Hey guys, welcome back to the Tamari's Summer Showdown CD Tournament 2022. My name's Tamari, I am the host, and today I am joined by Boris the Animal, my cameraman for today, and my two co-casters, indynick and Noot. So starting with Boris, could you please say hello and just go down the list?
Hello, everyone.
Howdy ho, folks.
Yo yo.
All right, thanks guys. And today we are bringing you guys the second half of the first match of the semifinals, playing here on KF Crash. It will be the Yolomancers who are up against THICCSNACCGANG69. THICCSNACCGANG already went earlier this morning, and we will be having the second half going on here. So this will determine the winner of that matchup. And yeah, That's all I really got to say about that. I wanted to quickly go into the score to talk about how the matches will be scored for anybody here who isn't familiar with it. So, real quick rundown. Basically, the matches are scored at the upper right here. We have 100 points for every wave completed, and then a system of bonuses on top of that. So, the first bonus is the health bonus, which is designated by HB. The team will earn 600 points just off the top of their score, with every death costing them 100 points from that bonus. Then we have the objective bonus, which will reward the teams 200 points for doing the stand your ground objective zones, which will be 4 of them. Actually, there will be 8 of them total. I'll get to that in a second. And then next we have the time bonus, which is TB. Basically, the way this works is that the upper left here, we will have the match time counting up after they spawn in. And the timer that's in focus here is the green par time there. So when the team completes the match, for every second that they are under that time, they will earn 1 extra point, and that's what the TV is. And then last but not least, we have the no medic bonus, which is designated by NMB. This is a 1.5x score multiplier if the match is completed without a field medic, which right now it doesn't seem like they'll be going for that.
A lot of them,
Yeah.
a lot of them did go for it though.
Yeah, we've had a bunch of them already so far, which has been really cool to see. It's really difficult to go for that bonus. But yeah, I thought, Nick, why don't we have you go through Yolomancers' roster for us, please, if you don't mind.
Alrighty then, let's see what they got. We got TBG with Commando, Code the Void with Gunslinger, Diamond Dog as Firebug, Topwolf as Sharpshooter, Ray Higgins as Gunslinger, and Jenny XJ9 as the Field Medic.
Ray Higgins. I was chuckling at that. Yeah, indeed. So it looks like they are incorporating a firebug, which I can't remember if they've ever done that at any point. I don't think so, though. I think for the most part, Yolomancers have been mainly precision only, but I could be wrong. It's been so many matches; it's been a little bit fuzzy for me.
Everything blurs together a little.
Yeah, but they're definitely not going for the nomadic bonus, right? And yeah, I know from what we've seen in previous matches, this team's gone for a heavily objective-based strategy. So it'll be fun to see how they take this map on, because the objectives in this map are not very forgiving, to say the least. And yeah, I thought I'd open the floor up to Noot if you had anything you wanted to add about the map, or about anything really.
Well, as far as I'm aware, there's like 2 CD holes that you can possibly use for this match. The first of which is the obvious one, is the one that most commonly been used. You have 2 lane hold. You have the one that's holding nearby the staircase and the door, while the rest of the people are looking at the middle ground right next to the train. The second one is, I'm not quite sure if anybody been using this, but it's more like a L shape hole with a little bit of backspawn on the staircase. It's one right next to the trader, and the other one just facing towards the middle section of the map. But there is a drop off section right behind them, so if things were to go wrong, they can always just jump down and have a guaranteed escape.
Yeah, indeed. So that's one of the nice things about this map is it's made by a total loser, by the way.
Yeah, total loser.
Yeah,
Hate the guy.
this map is the guy that made this map is kind of meh, but it's definitely got multiple holds that you can use, which is nice because it lends itself really good to a kite, right? And they actually have, if they decide to use the regular hold, which the first one you talked about, Newt, with the 2 lanes, if they do decide to kite, they can use that secondary hold as like a backup on their way through. And since we're talking about kiting, I might as well mention real quick before we start here that one of the things about this map that's important to keep in mind is that when they actually begin to kite, this map has the most dangerous kite out of all the maps we've played so far. And the main point of interest in that regard is going to be the center area where the train tracks are. That is infamously, like, basically, this is the only map I can think of where you almost always have to use a freeze at the center. And since they are only having one sharpshooter, which would be Topwolf, he's going to really have to ration those 6 freeze grenades to have enough for the kite, right? Unless they bamboozle us and, go second sharp last second or something like that. But just something to keep in mind, the kite is very dangerous, and we actually saw that in the previous 2 matches today, right? That middle section resulted in quite a few deaths. But, I have a lot of faith. I think that they've no doubt practiced this. Yolomancers have spent just a crap load of time in general practicing, so no doubt in my mind that they've already gone over those kind of strategies and have, like, backup plans, So, yeah, I'm excited to let them get underway and see what they do. So if you guys are ready, we can...
I do have to add in, it looks like they TVG has gone SWAT. I don't know if that was a mistake or if they're really going for a no commando.
It's possible. I mean, knowing Jenny, she likes to find interesting strategies, and she wants to put on a show. So knowing her, I wouldn't be surprised if this is their final pick. Commandoless run. Let's go.
I don't want to say anything because I feel like I get bamboozled every time. Like I say, oh yeah, this is what they got, everybody. Good job. And then right when they start, oh, they got a demolitionist now.
Yep. Although they can't have a demo though, right? Because there is the limitation on
medic.
medic. So very possible they'll just keep this. What were we gonna say, Noot?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, I thought I heard you like start to talk there. Yeah, if you guys are ready though, I think we can go ahead and give them the green light and we can get this underway.
I think we're good. I think
Wait, so I'm not quite sure if TBJ is gonna be playing the Commando, the SWAT, or the Berserker.
oh yeah, look at
Just
that.
keeping us guessing. He probably listening and he's on to us now.
He,
So.
Yeah.
He's probably just pulling the scheme of like last minute second, just like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna go survivalist.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to. Well, he'll probably switch at the last second. We do have the players readying up now. I went ahead and gave them the green light. So we should be going underway in just a moment here. And they're gonna spawn at the first hold that you talked about, which is actually where Boris's camera currently is right now. They will spawn in this location. So they may decide to stay here just because they spawn here. You're already in a good position. There's no point in trying to kite if you don't need to. But then we'll have to see after that wave if they decide to move anywhere else. But yeah, just one more waiting on Jenny to ready up, and we will be... There she goes. So we are going to go live in a second here. And there we go. So we're underway. Let's see how they allocate their perks here. 2 gunslingers, right? So they'll be able to put 1 gunslinger on each side. They're no doubt going to have the sharp up front, which they do, because this is by far the heaviest lane out of the 2, right? We saw like multiple quintuple FPs last game.
Looks like they're doing a 3-3 split almost.
Seems like they're putting the Commando in the back section nearby the staircase rather than having all the swarms in the front section nearby the train.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad option. The only worry there is that if everybody is pushed up as far as they are right now, the spawns in the back lane do get a little bit strained. Like they're very slow. So TBG is gonna have to save a lot of Zeds for himself for Zed time. But yeah, we didn't even mention he actually ended up choosing Commando, so we are going to have a Commando run after all. Which is probably the right choice. I mean, it's kind of... I don't want to say it's throwing, but it's definitely risky to go Commandoless.
I still got to give, a gold medal to the THICCSNACC gang for going for no Commando or medic.
Yeah, they almost did it too. That's the crazy thing. That's why I would say, like, it's not throwing, but it's definitely, like, you're really making it hard on yourself if you do that. Because that time is so invaluable to this game, like, having all that extra reaction time and everything. But, one good thing about them having TBG on the back lane instead of the front is that the front can just go ham. They don't have to even care about AoE spam, grenade spam. Jenny can shoot her Corruptor Carbine, which I'm sure she's going to use, by the way. She can shoot that at the front lane, no problem. And she'll get a lot of value out of it, right? Because they don't have to worry about waiting for the Commando extensions. Because he's not even looking there, so... It's one way that could help them.
I'm interested to see where they're going to go after this. Are they going to stay here? Or go to some new spot that they've figured out during their practice sessions? Because Like the last team I was here for, hit in a very peculiar spot that worked extremely well.
Yep, and knowing this team, like I said, they will have practiced, strats like that. So there's a good chance they will do something like that. We do have our first objective coming up here. It's like in this underground little section here, and we actually saw, I think it was Ulu did it. They actually managed to complete it, which is cool. And I wonder if Yolomancers will be going for it as well.
I'm feeling generous.
They might not.
Thanks, man.
I don't know. They're
Anyone?
well, no, never mind. They were going underground, but nowhere near close.
Seems like they're going for the objective. Jenny is running towards the
Oh, yeah.
objective over here. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna go for it.
So,
All better, mate?
based on from their team comps, I'm believing that they're going to be having the same 3 people they've held that right next to this trains be holding the big staircase, while the 2 gunslingers will be holding solo with the medic sharp switching. Or in this case, we're just going to have 1 commander, 1 sharp holding the big staircase, 3 stacking on the small staircase on the left side, and having Jenny just watch occasionally on the switchback staircase.
Wow, I'm surprised that the spawn on the back isn't as annoying as I thought it was going to be.
You do have a QP approaching though, but they're already starting it looks like, so they should be able to get him down. Yeah, he just goes down like nothing. So the only real threat they had is already down. The biggest danger in this hold, right, is not only the inclines, but also the engagement range. When the Zeds appear, they're already right there, and you have to be very quick to respond to them. And that can make things like sirens really dangerous, for example, because like let's say you see like 3 FPs walk in, and there might be a siren like right next to them, and you can't freeze them anymore, right? So they have like a lot of those little quick around the corner engagements to worry about. But luckily though, this is something different from the last 2 matches we watched. They have a field medic. So they have medic grenades, and gas is really good for holding zones because that's a good area denial tool.
So is fire constantly being applied on the ground.
Yep, and that might be why they have Diamond Dog on the Firebug this run, which makes complete sense to me.
We're about halfway through the objective.
Let's fix you
Bullet
up.
time.
Not just that too as well, like not just the ground fire, but Diamond Dog can also stumble back into larges that actually do break through the line, right? With the heat wave skill, so. Yeah, so far so good. I mean, it's 79% already, and we're less than 100 Zeds left in the wave. It looks like they're gonna wrap this up, and then probably will stay here most likely. That's pretty typical for most teams during these objective holds. When you leave the hold, you're incurring the possibility of like a chaotic scenario happening. So a lot of them just prefer to just stay.
It's the Stockholm syndrome. They've been with this hold for so long. They can't leave it now.
Yeah.
It's like their new home right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Jenny said it herself too. Even in one of the matches that we casted, like it's better to be in a situation where everybody's calm and collected and not panicking, because if that happens, then anytime you start introducing variability, you can have that kind of situation, and that could be a wipe,
Let's fix you up.
or just unnecessary point loss. But yeah, wave 2 objective is complete, so that is 200 points for the objective bonus, and like I predicted, they'll be wrapping the wave up here, and then we'll be moving on to wave 3. Easy peasy so far.
Lemon squeezy.
This is the only team that I truly anticipated would probably go for all of the objectives, because I know how crazy they are about that strategy, and they've been pulling it off really well for the entire tournament so far. What I want to know is if they're going to go for them on the second game, which actually, by the way, I didn't even mention that. I completely forgot to say that. So, or maybe I did, but I'll say it again anyway. They will be playing 2 games this match. This is the first scenario, as we call it, where there is a specific boss, which this time will be 2 Hanses. So it'll be 2 Dr. Hans Volters at the same time.
2 hands.
Yeah, 2 Uncle Touchies. In addition to a specific objective order, which the first of which they just completed. And after this game is over, they will play a second game again right off the bat that will have a different boss and a different objective order. And the total score of those 2 games together will become the team's total score for the round. And right now, this is, again, the second half of the match between THCSNACCGANG69 and Yolo. So they will be looking to beat a total score of, let me double check real quick, my math here. 25-35 is the score they need to beat across both of their matches. Also, we have a new hold for wave 3.
So this is the hole I was mentioning about the second part of the CD hold. And more likely they're going to be looking at the middle section because that's where majority of the Zeds will be coming through. It seems like Jenny is going to be taking care of all the stragglers on the left side.
That's a pretty daring hold to have everybody focusing the, I guess you could say the front. But I hope Jenny can keep everybody, you know, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Buffed?
Give them an idea of what's coming over the fence. Unless,
So-
of course, her line of sight is blocking the spawn.
That's what I was thinking about what was going on there, because if I recall correctly, being the person that made the map, I believe that spawner is not set to be. Also, that weapon is really loud. Some weapon is like super loud for me right now. It's like blowing my eardrums out.
I think it's the fiery M16.
Yeah, that was, sorry about that. Anyway, the spawner back there behind the fence that Nick is referring to is in fact the one next to the trader pod there. And from what I remember, that spawn is not marked as out of sight, which basically means that you can LOS block it by seeing it. And I think she's able to actually see it from this angle, and that's why she's standing there. In addition to also just killing, you know, random stuff coming from that side. Which is good, because that basically prevents that entire spawn from ever being active, and therefore they never have to worry about anything behind them.
Well, I just hope she doesn't get pushed out of position, because that could end very terribly.
Yes, because there is another spawn down the way from her that she cannot block. And that one can spawn larges, so that means not only is she going to have to call for rotation, but if she just doesn't see them in time, they will push her out of position, which then will activate that spawner behind them, and that could be bad. So far it's looking good. 100 Zeds left in the wave, basically. Yeah, you're right. It is that
You good?
HRG incendiary rifle. I don't remember that ever sounding like that though. Not like a power drill. Might just be my game. I might have to restart my game here.
Ooh, they're getting pushed here.
Yeah, few QPs rage coming in. They got to be a little bit careful because QPs can still crit. Ooh, Code the Void is really low health there. Almost died.
Got out of there quick though.
Yeah, they still got to watch this QP though. They need to help Diamond Dog kill this. I think he's kind of flaming it right now, but no one's really helping him. There you go. They got him down. Quarter pounders can still crit for over 60 damage, so they got to be careful.
Well, it seems like they will be able to hold this position for the wave event to end. So, as I mentioned before, with the staircase right there, it's like it'll be like the last resort before they have to jump down to their kite, and this is perfectly good example of holding your position at the last resort.
Yep. The one thing I will add about that spot though is if you look at where Jenny's standing right now, she's actually on the fence there. If in the event that this happens again, where they get pushed back to that hold, and let's say it's like in the middle of the wave still, right? There's over 150 Zeds left or something. It's actually ill-advised to stand up there because you will LOS all of the flesh pounds coming up to the hold and therefore time rage them. So that's something they'll have to think about if they, you know, that does become a scenario.
So I gotta ask though, as what are the going rates for the last resort? Like, do I have to make reservations?
Oh yeah.
Do they got a bar?
Oh yeah, they got all the best drinks and cocktails and everything.
Oh, that's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Would you like to go to that one?
Yeah, sure. Are you paying?
Depends.
Looks like we do have another hold here coming up on wave 4, and I anticipate they'll do it. Yeah, it looks like I already see Topwolf running in there, so it looks like they're going to go for it. This one's particularly dangerous because they have two entry points where the Zeds come in at odd angles. One of them is on a stairs, and the other one is coming in like below on the first floor. And they're going to have to deal with that. Once they're in, there's like nowhere to go. So.
Well, I do see Jenny has a corruptor now, so having the corruptor in this position will increase the survivability. Because all you really have to do is just see. You don't need to fire the weapon as a field medic. Just see on one of them, and the way you do it is just depending on the circumstances. If you want trash clearing, you want to fire fire your darts or the seed in the middle of the Z crowd, of course, away from the commando, and then have someone kill it for you. Or if there's a circumstances that you have a flesh pound or strike that's on top of you and you're about to die, but you know that your teammate's going to kill it, you seed that particular Z, and whichever the Z that gets seeded on and gets killed will automatically get healed 50% instead of 25%, because the way the corruptor works is by if you were to dart your teammate with the corruptor, it's only going to heal 25. Whereas if you were to seed the Z and that Z were to kill right next to the teammates that you have, it will heal 50%.
Reloading.
I also like that on. I like this hold that they've gone here. They have Wolf on the outside. Probably the most dangerous spot on this map. Like in terms of just they can turn the corner and there's 3 FPs.
That piston hits, Jim.
Oh, Code took a crit right there, but the FP did go down in time though, so not really going to be a factor in that anymore. But yeah, I agree with what you said. If they don't have, oh, the QP got in still though. If they don't have anybody out there, then they have to deal with them coming in at a really odd angle. Like I said, Code is super low. That flesh pound almost got a kill right there.
Let's fix you up.
He definitely wanted him dead.
Yeah, he almost succeeded too. That would have been 100 health bonus. But yeah, one of the dangers about having, you know, like in the flip side of this, right? It's good to have Topwolf outside so they can avoid those around the corner kind of engagements. However, the other flip side to that is that if he's out here, he is going to have to be fast about killing larges, because if they walk out of that little train spawn in the corner there, their timers are going to start ticking. So he's got to be very quick about it, and they're at an incline.
I can already see like 2 flesh pounds incoming that's going to be heading towards the main entry where the firebug is going to be holding, and more likely they're going to be. Seems like that's like the biggest Z they have to conquer right now. But as you can see that when Jenny dart or see the large, and as soon as they get right next to them,
Ooh, we got some
they'll just kill it
rages.
right there.
Oh, Jenny took a crit right there, but she got stair hit too. So they need to help her right here. Okay, ooh, that was a bit scary. If he would have went into a combo after, that could have been a death.
Especially if it was another stair hit.
Yeah, that was a little bit scary.
One success right
She was trying to do though, which is probably for the better, but it was dangerous to do it at the stairs. Oh, man, this is not catching a break right now. That rage break also went to her.
They smell blood.
Yeah, they won her.
back in the game.
But yeah, they got that objective done, so that's another 200 points, and looking really good so far. Good time too, 11:48.
Got a double FP coming outside of the building.
Oh yeah, indeed we do in the back, and I'm sure they're calling it out. Yeah, Top's probably gonna either freeze or just throw it. Yep. Ooh. Re-raise on the FP, but Z time activated luckily, so yep, that's the end of the wave.
Very nicely done. Yeah, that's one thing you really gotta take note of is everybody doesn't need to be in the hold spot to get the
Yes.
to max points.
What's so like what's the maximum of a person can be outside of the zone? 2 maybe?
2, yeah, it should be 2 for this map. Also, by the way, I see a Sentinel coming out here from Jeff is making a grand appearance in this match in the hands of Jenny, and she did put it inside the building. So I'm assuming she's just doing that just to get rid of trash. The only danger with using a Sentinel is that it can raise larges, because Sentinels do not care about shooting specific targets. They will just
See target, shoot target.
yes, indiscriminately shoot.
Oh, we
at
do
everything.
see 3 flesh pounds coming from the Jenny's lane, and it's,
Yeah,
in
she
the
already
straight.
called it out right away. What? One's gonna
Ooh.
hit her though, and they need to help Jenny.
Piston hits, Jim.
Yeah, she's out of position. That spawn can work now.
Yep, the spawn. Well, right now, okay, yeah, it did spawn a QP right now. There's a QP right coming
Ooh,
over the back,
Void's gonna get hurt. Ooh.
That's the danger of that hold.
Not too sure what happened there. It seemed like an FP decided to just jump through another FP, which I think screwed up one of their takedowns.
I think there was a little bit of a breakdown in communication as well. It just seemed like they didn't manage to secure the kill fast enough on the first FP, and then the one in the back raged. Ooh.
How's that feel?
But
Yeah,
luckily,
they
it looks like
recovered.
looks like they're back in business.
Yeah. I do see a clot just came out of a slasher just came out of that backspawn though. I don't really know if she's actually blocking it now. Unless that one was like stuck back there or something.
It could have been stuck.
I watched him. Go ahead.
She seems to be in the exact same position as last time. So, ooh, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I thought she just moved up. I'm like, what is she doing? She crazy?
Yeah, no, I know she's definitely there to block it, but I just wonder like what happened there because I definitely saw a clot walk out there. But hey, it's all good.
Oh, we have 2 instant FP right in front of their faces from around the corner. But
And just as
they're gone.
they're gone.
Yep. The power freezes.
The power of the freeze ends that time. That's how important Commando and the Sharp is.
Who's your mummy
Burn, you bastard. Chew 'em up, baby. Flip in.
So I see Diamond Dog has gone Precision Bug, M16, M16F. I forget what it's actually called, and then the Helios rifle.
The M16 is actually pretty good for like crowd control and wave clearance and so forth. The other alternative that he can possibly use if he doesn't want to use the M16 is the Scorcher. As long as the commando is actually grabbing some good extensions and possibly be away from the commando, this only works if it's away from the commando. But in this certain circumstances, having the M16 is actually a good choice because laning with the commando as a firebug, you have to be really careful with your shots, especially during some dire circumstances. So having the M16 and the Helios rifle is actually a perfect choice for this.
Ooh, got a
lane.
QP coming around.
Yeah, just kind of breaking through the front line there. They got to get that husk down. There they go. Ray got that backpack shot. Looks like.
Ooh,
Ray.
it's like oh, okay, Ray just got himself back up.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no reason for them to stay out there if it's like getting hot like that. So they just backed on the corner, and I think that's a good decision.
Wave's
Recover
gonna
and
be over,
recuperate.
so a good,
Exactly.
a good successful hold.
Yeah, it's been working really well for them so far. They're making really good time too. That's one of the advantages of this hold versus the other one is you can make really good time using it because the Zeds spawn inside the building, which is Noot actually pointed out the 2 FPs that walked out. So the flow of Zeds is faster, right? So far so good. We're going into wave 6 now. With just over 3,250 points. So far so good, man. Like they could end this off with again the score to beat was 25-35, I believe. So it looks like they might even be able to just get those amount of points in this one game, which is kind of insane.
Seems like they're doing the same position, having a 5 facing towards the mid, while having one person holding on the left side, calling out for any type of larges, such as these 2 QPs. Ray's already on it, but as soon as Ray taking care of those QPs, oh my god, watching the he's gonna go back to mid lane. And
Yeah.
as mid lane is happening, nothing much is going on as the wave 6 started. But as Tamari has mentioned, majority of the Zeds are gonna be coming from that little small section right there. So possibly having a firebug right there is a valuable good choice.
Nasty looking straight, folks. We need a hug or something.
Yeah, and a good thing too is that she knows at the beginning of the wave that oh, hold on a second, actually I see 4 flesh pounds and a QP coming at the front, and they've all seen them, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it's gonna get hairy.
So the rage timers have begun now. They're gonna need to throw a deep freeze here, I think. I don't know if they could reach that though.
Ooh.
Oh, they're turning around.
Do you think we should war room?
Let's see what happens here real quick. This could be bad though. The flesh pounds turned around for some reason and like went back into the hold. Their timers are still ticking down. The top's already working on it.
One is already rage from the way back end. But
he seems
he's
a
turning
little bit
around.
confused.
He's turning around.
Yeah, he's kind of having a bad day back there. The pathing funniness going on over there, so that's kind of
I think he's
lucky.
scared of the drop. You know, heights are scary.
He's even helping out the team by killing any type of Zeds coming through that ramp. He already killed Taklai and a Siren.
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
He
now
finally
he's
made it in.
coming in.
Yeah, he finally
He
got in.
assisted He assisted 2 kills for the team.
Nice stumble right there, but might have messed up their headshots. Maybe they need to throw a freeze on that. There we go.
Man, that aggro swap. This FP is an asshole.
Yeah, he's can't figure out what he wants to do. Well, great
Here
Zed
comes
explosion
that
right
time.
there. Killed, stunned all those larges right there.
Ooh. Nice control. Nice
He's
Ooh,
looking,
it
there's
is
two
right.
riders there that dropped in from the back. I'm telling you.
Ooh, nice freeze from Wolf.
How's that feel?
Oh yeah, the spawn is working full time now.
Yeah, it must
I
be
think-
that she has to stand like perfectly in that position.
Yeah, I think if she ever moves past the plywood. Oh, I don't think she notices the bloat's gonna sneak up on all those people. Oh,
I think
TVG stuff.
TVG sees it. Yeah.
Thought he got your attention, eh?
Nice extensions from far away.
The nice thing is about the Sentinel is if the Commando decides to use it, or sorry, yeah, if decides to use it,
How's that
it
feel?
won't steal his extensions, right? We did change.
Yes.
Yeah, that is indeed true. So in the vanilla game, it can do that, but in these servers and then in tournament, it will not happen. Ooh.
And that's actually a buff.
Yeah, it actually is, to be honest.
Ooh, we just see.
What?
It'll
See
last
what?
touch pounds, but they're not going to be able to do anything. That's
I
stun
just
from
see a
Firebug
C
is
just
so
going
good.
off, which is phenomenal play.
And that should be the last large, I think, unless there's another Scrake that I haven't seen.
Uh,
Yeah, there is one more.
There's a Scrake FP and a Scrake.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. They took a long time to get here.
Yeah, well, they must have asked the same directions like that one FP did.
Killing some along with.
Alright, you go down this road, yeah, and you come back here, and then you go down this road, and you come back here,
Bang on.
and then you take a left.
Great execution right there. They just made a really great use of the sharpshooter, ranger stun. All three of those larges just didn't get to do a single thing. Just melted in that time.
It looks
Seems
like
like
they're
they're
going for the
going-
next objective.
Ooh, they're going back to the they're going back to the original CD hold.
Yeah, and one of the dangers about this objective is look how far back they have to be in the zone. Like when the Zeds come out from the front where Topwolf is currently looking right now, they have a really long distance that they have to shoot at them from because they obviously can't leave the zone.
The
And-
auto zone.
Yeah, and they also have the roof up there where they can have husks actually spawn. And I don't know if they can shoot them from that far away, so that might actually be an advantage. But they definitely gonna have to deal with the FP spawns from this far.
I'll hold my breath because, husks are assholes sometimes.
Yeah, they are.
Oh yeah. Seems like they're going back to their original gameplay hold from Wave 1, having 3 precision, including the Firebug, looking at the middle hold while the Commando and the
We got a
Gunslinger hold on the left
triple. We got a triple FP coming towards the
side.
capital.
Oh yes. One of them is already Rage.
Yeah, there's also another
Thankfully,
push
they've-
down the other lane too as well.
Thankfully, they are going to be taken care of.
Hemogoblin is coming in clutch right here, right? Because it reduces the larges, well, any Zed really, but it's mainly useful in larges. Reduces their movement speed by 30%, their damage by 25%, and also makes them more susceptible to any kind of incapacitations. So like freezes, stumbles, etc. And what's really important with the Hemogoblin is the speed reduction and the damage reduction. Like that gives the team so much time to deal with them because of how much slower they walk.
But like I said many times before, it increases the intimidation factor, though.
Yeah, no one wants to see an FP power walking at you. And that actually is a good point to bring up, is that Gunslinger does have their level 20 skill, Skullcracker, which stacks movement speed reduction on Zeds that you headshot. If you stack that with the Hemogoblin's movement speed reduction, you can force a Raging Clutch Pound to walk instead of run. That's how big the reduction is. That's how good that actually is. And they've been doing that already a couple times, actually.
There is Diamond Dog with the M16 fire spam.
Yeah, just spraying down fire everywhere with Zed time right there with the infinite ammo.
So going back to one of the loadouts for the Firebug is the Scorcher. since you're away from the commando during this moment, that you could use the Scorcher and all fire during Z time and possibly obliterate everything that's inside of that range right there. The only thing you have to worry about is QPs and larges basically, but you have the Gunslinger and the Sharpshooter to handle any type of big threats. So if anything, you're just giving them bunch of like clear spacing just to kill those larges and possibly kill the larges during the whole explosion. So it's actually a good thing. But seems like the wave is about to end, so they don't really need it.
I'm thinking the issue with the Scorcher is if they wanted to use it, they could, but I don't know if you use that weapon lately, but it's horrible in online play. The projectile is such a pain to use.
Yeah, it's just depending on the server, of course. It's because it's what is it, a projectile, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just depending on the latency of the projectile and so forth. So I do agree with you on that one. But if you do have the right amount of latency to make it work, then it's a powerful weapon, especially upgrade to tier 4.
And with that, they have another objective bonus done.
Yep, another 200 points, so they're up to 600 OB now.
Really nice, really
Still no
well
deaths.
done. Seems like they're going to be using the CD hold, well, number 2 or hold B. It seems like that's going to be their main hold throughout the whole game.
Scenario A, hold B.
Yeah, I mean, I can't exactly blame them. Like, now that they, I mean, like I said, it seems like they've taken some time to look through the map in debug mode, and they've learned that. I didn't even know you could do that, honestly.
Anyone need
Like
this?
the backspawn,
Anyone
just like
need
standing
some
where she's
money?
at.
Appreciate
And because of that,
Something
this
nice.
hold is like definitively better than the other one now, right? Because they only have one lane now. That's it. And there is like a side, but like as long as she sees them coming in early and just calls it early enough, then Ray or anybody else can just run over there and take care of them, and it's no problem. And then they go back, and then it's just one lane. That's it. And they have a fire
But-
glove to blow everything up and stun everything, and yeah, it just works.
Hold
out.
on a second. Do I
But-
see a stoner? Do I see a stoner on the commando?
Yep.
Yeah, I do.
DBG loves using.
Nice.
Also, what are you talking about, Tamari? Ray's already over there.
Yeah, there's two, both Rays, I guess, in that sense. Is Ray actually playing Ray, though? No, he's playing the Dar. For shame. No, I'm just kidding. We love you, Ray.
Not the character, but
What do you got against Ray?
I have my reasons.
Oh, we got a triple FP coming in through the building. After 20 riders exit the building, don't you worry. But they'll be getting there.
My goodness, yeah, there are a lot of riders coming out of the building right now, but I don't think they're gonna really be able to do anything.
How's that
Here come those FPs you were talking about, but they're just gonna get destroyed probably. Oh, they messed up that freeze on accident there. Not a big deal though, but just a waste of a grenade though, unfortunately. If they keep playing like this, it won't really matter though, because they won't really need the kite, and the freezes won't really be as important. Great Z time right there from TVG. A lot of long distance kills mixed in with that too as well. I'm thinking, by the way, if nothing, if no kites happen or anything, we can take to the war room for the last objective. I think there's one more, if I'm not mistaken, right? Should be.
Yes, it should be the one here actually.
Yeah, so we can just take it there and listen to them do that objective.
Got another triple FP exiting the building with one scrape.
Ooh, nice freeze.
Yeah, great freeze right there. One thing they got to be careful about that we haven't talked about yet is husks. When husks walk out like that, if they get the backpack shot and there's a flesh pound next to him, they will actually rage the flesh pounds with it. So it's just something to think about. And when they're this close, it can spell some trouble. But not when they get good Z times like that, though. The flesh pounds don't stand a chance. So.
Yeah, I don't know what secret sauce you put in your map there, Tamari, but the Z time procs are just been happening at the perfect moments for like every team so far.
Yeah. Well, Topwolf's also getting a lot of good headshots too, and that's what's helping with that. The sharpshooter having that 5% per headshot, 5% chance to just force that time to occur, which is why sharpshooter is such an important perk for CD.
And the commander is picking up his MK3 as a backup.
Oh yeah, I love that gun. 3 QPs on the medic right now, but Ray's over there, just both Rays are over there, just taking care of business.
Like the extensions going on.
Yeah, absolutely melted. Making this look easy, honestly. What's letting this work so well though is the amazing prioritization of targets, and they have the roles down to like a science, right? They've got TBG and Diamond Dog taking care of all the trash so that Topwolf and Ray could just focus on killing larges, and that's working out beautifully right now.
Bang on.
Oh, I think I see now why there's a Sentinel in the building now. It kind of makes sense. So the Sentinel being in the building allows Jenny to help out the whoever flexes to her on the side to help with the larges. Because I actually saw some trash coming through the building that would have cut them off, and it just killed them. And they were able to focus on the larges exclusively. It's pretty cool.
I was on the KF2 Discord, and I was looking through the modding section, and someone was modifying the Sentinels to use other weapons. And I think one of them was like the Eviscerator attached to the bottom end of it, or the flamethrower, and it actually looked hilarious.
Eviscerator? I can only imagine shooting saw blades. That sounds really funny.
I can possibly believe that if someone were to make a variation of the Sentinel, they could possibly put a flamethrower on there as a all fire. That'd be like, it's like a burst of flame rather than like a flamethrower itself.
Well, that's technically what they do in the Aliens game. You can either have a gun turret or a flamethrower.
By the way, do you guys want to take it over to their war room and just listen to them do this objective?
Yes, let's go do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just once.
Oh, hello.
We got
Quarter long?
3. Yeah.
I hear pounds in the hallway as well.
Let's go pound.
Starting.
We have one more behind him.
I'm putting a grenade down.
Killing him now. Okay, keep it.
Reloading.
Spam it.
Sick.
Oh, I killed the siren.
I'm starting this Crake way in the back.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Let's go.
Gone. Starting another one.
One more. Yeah, I see him.
It's done.
Stairs. Scrake. Inside.
Yeah, soloed.
I mean, I didn't do shit to it. I stunned it, but that was about it.
Reloading.
I got a DM from somebody.
Downstairs.
Take this FP.
Grenade?
Yep. One more.
Huts. Stairs.
You
3.
absolute little shit.
Grenade.
They're dead.
It's Crake.
There you go.
Here, FP.
Pound.
Reloading.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna be inside. There we go.
Go. Gone.
I
Reloading.
didn't even get the chance to shoot that one.
Grenade spam.
Seating the crawler. Crawler
Down.
is seated. Seat is
I
up.
shot it like a big dummy.
I didn't kill anything but
Shit,
the
couldn't
crawler
get
with
it.
that seed, so you didn't
okay.
waste any trash.
Starting Crake in the back.
It's okay. I grenade spammed anyway.
Alright. Yeah. Double keep you.
Nothing. I was changing guns.
Grabbing spare.
Do you want a grenade?
No, not yet.
Reloading.
We hear
Okay.
some big
No,
stuff.
yeah, we're okay.
Probably gonna need it soon.
Got it. I have 3 left.
Okay. Let's do Crake now. Yeah.
Husks. Nice.
Let's go.
Stalking
You want a
shit in
grenade
front
or
of
you
us. To the right.
No, we good, we good.
We're good.
Yeah, there's a bunch of big stuff.
Grenade?
No, not
I
yet.
started Scrake by accident.
Double scrape.
Reloading. Freezing.
Wait a second. Yeah,
I got time. I got time. They're on long still.
Okay. And doing this
Another one.
The rider buffs.
getting the one
trying to
behind.
kill the riders.
Okay. I'm coming to you right now.
Right in the back
That's
of
it.
your head.
That's 6.
Oh, but he'd stun or
Reloading.
something.
Whoa, top.
Oh, I need, yeah, the crawlers
down.
shit on me
Grenade
there.
down.
Okay. I accidentally started both of them. I got it.
Reloading.
Freezing the Scrake.
Strike.
I have another strike on long, but it's far away. You have a time to retake for a minute.
I couldn't see.
Yeah, I'm here. I'll be.
2 huts
We're
far.
clean, we're clean.
3 huts far.
It's at the break.
Got all the husks.
Scrake's at break.
Coming.
Remember,
I
they're
got the
kind of a
house
giga
back,
at the
so-
end, so
We're done?
just be aware of that.
Yep.
I need a spare.
If we need to push the ramp, don't be afraid to call.
Very nice communication.
Yeah. Oh wow. Right when we leave, they get a quad FP, but they get Z time procs here. So never mind. Ooh, Diamond Dog's got another FP on him. If he gets a crit, that could be a death maybe, but nope. He manages to get the stumble and the debuff as well, so that's gonna be going down. But yeah, very well handled. They were kind of just having fun. Ryan was like, or Diamond Dog, excuse me, was like, I didn't even get a chance to hit it. So,
Yeah. All I gotta say is I must have blinked or fell asleep, and we're already at wave 10, or going to be after this.
yeah, we're gonna be heading into wave 10 on scenario A, like I said earlier, and then we'll see them how they're gonna handle the 2 Hanses that are coming up here, which are a lot harder than it sounds. It doesn't sound like it's that difficult, especially considering that they only have 2-player health. But the main issue with the 2 Hanses is that you don't want them to be both trying to heal off of you at the same time. And that's actually happened in one of the other matches. Or, well, no, like, it happened, I've seen it happen, rather, just, like, in playing. I don't actually remember if, which team made it, if any.
I was gonna say soon they'll be going into scenario B with William Birkin as the boss, or actually it's just the matriarch, but you know, it kind of looks like Birkin.
Yeah, a little bit. Birkin in space or something. The big helmet. But yeah, last wave here, this is usually when things have been ramping up, I suppose, since like wave 7, but wave 10 is known to be deceivingly difficult.
And break a lot of teams.
Indeed. Right now there are 2 Fleshbounds far back that have seen each other, or seen them, and that time just ended, so they're gonna have to rage them here and get them done. And wow, it didn't even let that first one even move. Got the stumble on the second one, and
easy
power of
peasy.
heat wave.
Flesh pounds do not want to be baked.
It's you, Mr. Grumpy. Come on. Need a hug or something.
Got more FPs coming in with a field of bloats. I'm waiting for that quad or even Quint. Where is it? Is it going to be waiting to the end of the wave or midway through?
Is there a Quint, you said?
No, I'm saying I'm waiting on it.
Oh, I see. Also, yeah, it's my bad. It was THC69, their first round. They did actually make it to the Hans and did in fact beat that fight. Just correcting myself from earlier.
I don't know what Boris says it on, but I would say he probably does it just for clarity's sake. But I love hearing the comic book noises in Z time.
Oh, the headshot effects?
Yeah, the wow.
There's a quad FP right here, by the way. If they get this Z time though, they should be fine. Or actually, it might be a triple now. Didn't see if they killed the other one quickly enough.
Well, it's definitely gonna be a double anyway.
Yeah, one did rage. He might get a multi-hit here. Nope, never mind. They got the kill in time.
Ooh, good firebug stun there.
Yeah. Right now, they need to go for those 2 flush pounds that are coming in long right there during this set time, and they should be able to keep this hold no problem. TBG is holding it down, man, with these extensions. He's doing a really good job.
Come on, Wave 10. What's going on? I usually give you crap all the time.
Oh, just got some really good players here, just holding it down. We've gone through a majority of this wave already. There's only 120 Zeds left now, so should be wrapping it up soon here.
Oh yeah.
come 3 QPs from the door, but Z time activated, so should be seeing them getting these down, no problem.
Listen, Wave 10, we get a lot of good viewership if, like, you know, shit happens on the. Come on, don't let them push you around like this.
Well, that was a big spawn.
You have to give him the show. Ooh, the little door's coming in with 2 strikes, 1 core pounders, and a couple of flesh bounces already outside. But yet, Z time occurred. Always perfect, just like what you said, Nick. It's always a perfect amount of time. Always the correct situation and so forth. But of course, with Topwolf, it's actually making it really easy for the team to hold, especially with the freezes.
Yeah, he's really nailing those headshots, and that's what's giving them that proc. And man, they're just not letting they're not letting these FPs get in either. Like that's been like the 5th time I've seen that happen, where FP got in like point blank range and they just killed it before it hit anybody. Just great target prioritization. Once again, if they can get this Z time, they can get rid of most of these larges that are coming in from long right now.
I think there's only 1 FP left in the field.
I think there's actually 3. I see 1, or no, there's 1 rage there in the front there.
There's
actually
one
is
in
a
the
second
one.
Yeah, he's gonna come out of the door in a second here, but they're probably just gonna.
Because the last one is coming towards mid lane, right next to the
coming out
train.
right now.
I gotta say 2 things. One, this team was doing spectacularly, like my god. And 2, I'm disappointed in you, Wave 10. You didn't even give me anything. There wasn't even a quad.
They ended
Talk
off wave,
about RNG.
they ended off wave 10 here with 3K. So if the faster they beat this, the more points they can get. But like I said, the dual Hans is, remember, they could still have something go wrong here. It's not over yet, right?
Grenade spam, or what happened to THICCSNACC, and I think it was just the worst thing that can happen is Hans touching the medic.
Yes, and then also multi-healing, right? It's if that happens, it's very bad. Obviously using the medic getting, tagged. But if what I was trying to say is that if they were to end up wiping here, they will lose all of their bonus.
Seems like the other Hans is right next to Jenny, but they're so far away from the team that the other Hans is basically not even a threat. So the hole they're at right now is perfectly okay with them, since they can prioritize the Hans they be killing.
Or Hans is currently floating through the air from gunfire.
Great extensions right there too. They got him all the way to the red shield phase, and he's about to be dead. He's not even gonna be able to.
What is he doing?
He is freaking out. And the first Hans is
Talk
dead.
about denial.
I think he was having a small seizure from all the gunshot wounds to his skull.
So that looked to me like a spawn manipulation, where they.
You good?
I don't know. That's all I can guess. Like it looked like Jenny was standing where she was to get the other Hans to spawn all over there, and everybody. I don't know if you guys saw. They all stacked up on top of each other in the corner, and they got the Hans to spawn at opposite ends of the map, and then they just annihilated the first one. And now they basically only have 1 boss to deal with. Like, well, they only had 1 boss at a time, rather, is what I was trying to say.
No, it's just a smear left of the other boss. So you're probably right. Just 1 boss now. You can't prove the other one existed.
Yeah, Jenny was just looking at the other boss. It's like, okay.
She's kind of trolling right there for a second. Hans like turned around twice trying to go up the stairs. He's like, I don't think I want to go in. Well, now he's running out of the map.
Hans is like, I don't want to go home.
He's just kind of trolling at the moment. Oh, here we
go.
I left my sauerkraut in the oven. I need to go.
Oh, in the red phase,
PBG's doing a good job of also, notice how he's off on his own right now. He's doing that so he can get Z time. And end of the match. Holy freaking shit, man.
That, I feel bad for those Hanses.
29-54 is the final score for the first game here for Yolomancers. Really impressive run. We'll be rolling right into the second game here momentarily, as soon as this vote is over here. But yeah, wow, man. No deaths. All the objectives completed. Almost 10 minutes worth of time bonus. Completely annihilated both the bosses. No kite. And a really good time. I mean, that's basically the same thing as a time bonus. But yeah, that was probably the best run we've seen so far of this map. Easily.
That was just spectacular.
There's like no doubt in my mind that boss strategy was intentional. I'm pretty sure.
So what's the next boss for the scenario be?
Matriarch.
Ooh, May.
Yeah, so once again, just to recap from earlier, the teams will be playing 2 games, and the total score of the 2 games together will become their final score for the match. And in the 2 different scenarios that we have, they will have a different set of objectives and a different boss. So this time it's going to be, again, 4 objectives, but there'll be different spots, and it'll be Matriarch. Just 1 Matriarch, though, not 2.
But she is going to be dangerous either way. All it takes is one person out of, the corner for lightning to chain and cause everybody to lose a ton of health.
Yeah, indeed. It's a very punishing boss if like one person gets caught out, right? If she hits you with the Tesla blast, it'll evaporate everybody's armor and health. So also, it looks like I got disconnected, but I'm coming back in right now.
We got a small small victory bathroom break before our next round starts.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, the rules state that they do have 10 minutes to chill out between games, so they could use that if they really want to. But I don't know. They might just be like wanting to get back into this again, riding off of the coattails of that last run, because that was really spectacular to watch. The one that what I'm interested in this time around though is if they decide to go for those other objectives, because the ones in this scenario are a lot harder than the other one, by far. They're way harder, actually. In fact.
So it's like Leon A.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, sorry, a little bit of my Resident Evil nerdiness coming out here with these names, but that's the easiest thing I could think of.
I can't stop making jokes for him.
The one that I'm specifically interested in is the one. I could be wrong about the number here. I think it's wave 4 though. It's like on top of the platform with the 2 stairs, like leading out of the kite into the kite rather on the main hold. I don't know if they're gonna go for that one, just because it has a drop in like right above their head that spawns mediums. So if there's any of them that they don't do, I'm gonna assume it's that one. But you never know. They might have pulled some crazy shit to figure it out. So.
But the perfect split of players to just block all spawns and make it a single lane. It does not look like they're changing up their perks at all.
Yeah, the composition. Honestly, I wouldn't either. I mean, it worked perfectly fine. It worked perfectly fine last match, or last map rather. So I don't really see why they should do it. But maybe they had a different plan. But yeah, they are ready to go. So we went ahead and gave them the ready. So we'll be going live again. And I'm gonna assume that the second game they're just gonna do the same thing. They're gonna start here at the initial starting point because they're already here, right? And then they'll just go back to the other spot that they were at. The main difference here is just going to be these objectives, like how they're going to handle them.
Forget it. Nope.
Didn't like that, did you?
Oh, that's Scrake. I know he's here somewhere. Let me know if you see him. I think he's heading toward maybe the back.
I'll keep my ears peeled.
Yeah, so wave 1, there are 3 Scrakes, I believe, if I'm not mistaken here. Which, is obviously a lot earlier than they normally spawn in a typical Hell on Earth game. Ooh, Topwolf took a spicy meatball right there. The face.
Yeah, it wakes him up in the morning. He tells me he can't really live without a spicy meatball occasionally.
You good?
And I like spicy food, but I don't know about
All better, mate?
spicy meatballs to the face.
Have you seen the Tom Scott video where he eats the spicy sauces from Hot Ones?
Oh yeah. I watched so many of those, dude.
He and the guy who does the slow-mo videos, like the slow-mo crew. He got him to do. They did a little questionnaire, and they ate chips with the sauces, and Gav ate like 5 or 6 of the sauces because he just kept getting the questions wrong. But on the very last one, Tom Scott, I think that's his name. It got the last one, which was the Apollo sauce, which is like I can't remember how hot it is, but it maxed out the little bar they had just to tell you how hot it is.
You think that's the you think that's the sauce that the Husk has in his
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
He's got it loaded up. That's what the tanks are on his back. He doesn't have fuel in there. He just has a bunch of hot sauce loaded up.
It explains so much. I mean, it burns for so long. Napalm doesn't burn that long.
Ooh, here we go. We have this. This is one of the objectives that is pretty spicy right here in Wave 2 in the sewer. And it already looks like they're going to go for it because everybody ran down here at the same time. So one of the most dangerous things about this hold is that there's nowhere to go. If they get pushed, like every single entrance, which there are 3 of, is going to be clogged with Zeds. So it's just hold or die at this point, really. And even once the objective is over, they really won't have the liberty to leave if they want to. Most likely not, anyway. Jesus, man, are they going to go for all 8 of them? That'd be crazy if they got all 8 of the objectives done somehow.
They are the Yolomancers.
Airstrike when you can shoot like that.
Looks like the back area is actually too heavy. Like both of those side lanes, I thought they might have already gotten a large so there, but looks like nothing's happening back there. Most of the stuff is coming from the big stairs leading into the center, which is where they obviously have most of their players at, and the sharpshooter as well. Oh, never mind. Right when I spoke too soon, there's a QP coming in the back now with some Husk and Sirens coming up behind it.
So far, nothing too dangerous. I mean, they took some pretty good chip damage there, but thanks to Jenny's quick work, everybody healed up and back in the fight.
Yeah, indeed. That's why having a medic is helpful. You're basically immune to chip damage, right? And that's
not only that, but just also it saves you from colossal, screw ups or something.
Yeah.
A lot of safety nets.
Yeah, exactly. The safety is important. Like just being able to secure the score. There's one flush pound coming to the back right now, but it looks like they've already seen it. So they should be able to get it. Yep, they got it. I think the most dangerous thing here is actually going to be Scrakes, because if they can't keil them in time, they're just going to run in and start going crazy,
spinning the wind. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just going to be a nightmare. So my goodness, there's a lot coming in the stairs right now. Jesus.
Yeah, but luckily, thanks to Firebug, they really don't have to worry about any sort of trash making it in. I'm very happy that this objective was on wave 2, because if it was on any other wave, I'd be a little scared.
Yeah, and they ended up getting it done. There's 50 Zeds remaining in the wave. Again, they'll probably just stay down there because I don't really think they could leave anyway right at this moment. There's too much stuff coming in there. But yeah, the Firebug is doing the wonders for all of these objective zones, right? It's really helpful.
Watch it, reloading.
I think there's only one flesh pound left that I can see. It's coming down the stairs right now to them. And they got the freeze off and it should be dead. And yeah, I think that's it. I think it's just Scrakes down, random trash. So that's going to be another wave up and down with virtually no problems at all. Literally no one's even dropped low. I think the last time somebody dropped low was when Code almost died at the beginning of last game.
Yeah.
I don't even remember seeing anybody drop below 50 HP. Which is, yeah. Speaks for itself with the score. And then we have our next objective already. I think this one, if I'm not mistaken, by the way, is 2, 3, 4, 5. So every wave from now on until wave 5, there will be an objective. So we already have another one up here, and it already looked like they were going to do it because I saw them walk through it, but maybe not. No, yeah, they're definitely going to it. They just went to the trader behind the building.
Absolute psychos.
Do you think Zeds get medical insurance? Money, people.
Noot fell asleep over there from how smooth sailing this game has been so far.
I would too. I wouldn't have any worries. It'd just be Alan C. Sleep away.
Or maybe our voices just put him to sleep.
No, I'm just observing. I'm like, you guys are saying the things I was going to say. I was like, well, might as well just watch the game until something happens.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for the late game to happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where the fun stuff is. Maybe Wave 10 can, redeem itself.
Like game 1 for Wave 10 is just, it was just on the game's end disappointing. But from the team perspective, they did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job the whole game, the whole match so far, right? One thing about this hold, by the way, is I don't know how to describe this from the angle, but off to the side there's like a side spawn where the Zeds can come into the map from, and that spawn is unblockable. So no matter where they stand, they cannot block that, and it may or may not spawn larges here. We'll have to see. Unless somehow they have found some crazy way, but I don't believe it's blockable.
I don't think they have. Nobody's really sitting still.
Yeah, it's just mainly that I don't see anything coming over there from right now, so it might be a distance thing, perhaps.
Yeah, what a lot of the players don't know is for every death, they owe us a Spaz 12 shotgun.
Oh man, I got that power drill going on right now with that HRG again. I wish you could hear what I hear. It literally sounds like a power drill. It's so loud.
I just hear a lot of thunk, 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 like chunky thunk, 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 thunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just my game. I need to restart. You know the Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I think. Wait, Nick, do you have?
Oh my God! It's a pimp squad. It's a pimp squad. But there's no Scrake. Oh, there's the Scrake. There is a bunch of sirens coming over there, but they got them all. And to answer your question, dude, no, I have no sound mods whatsoever.
Okay, I guess it's just me then, because like I'm hearing the thunk thunk rather than the power drill.
Yeah, no, it's just my game is just like in this weird state. I just need to restart it after this is over. But yeah, it's no big deal. Actually, it's not like a drill. I mean, it sounds like a drill, but what it really is, I think, is the EMP sound, like when you throw the EMP grenade. It's like that sound over and over, but really high pitched, and it's like super loud. 96% by the way on the objective already. What's I'm wondering about here is how come nothing is coming from. Well, I know why nothing's coming from the stairs. That's because she's standing and looking at it. That makes sense, but I'm actually not sure why nothing was coming from the back, and that's probably a question I'll ask him later. It might be because Ray is standing where he's at. Perhaps he is actually able to block that.
Or more likely, they're coming from the double doors section right next to the gunslingers. Well, Ryan was standing, so that's where the majority of them were coming from, rather than like going to the back.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could just be that like the saturation is working out in such a way that there isn't anything left to spawn, and so it just doesn't appear over there. But I think they're blocking it though. I have a feeling that Ray standing where he's at is blocking the spawner in the back, and then Jenny was blocking the one on the stairs. So they blocked off 2 spawns from happening and made a 4-lane hold into a 2-lane.
Extremely tactical.
Yep. So again, another objective. That's 6 out of 8, by the way, for the whole match. They've done 6 of the 8 total objectives so far. And then again, now this is the one that I was wondering about. We have the one on top of that platform, which is the worst one objectively out of all of them. If they went for this, I'd be surprised. I don't think they will. It just seems risky. But then again, it's like, even if the reality is that they've actually already earned enough points now to actually win the match. So they could just say screw it and just do it if they really felt like it, but I don't think they will.
Yeah, they decided just to skip this one, which is honestly a no-brainer, because just like what you said, the platform is just too small, and you really don't have like much room to kill anything like large from a safe standpoint. And on top of it, majority of the time you'll be looking down. So it's, if you were to get like a bunch of larges grouped up together, and you have to look down, so it's just not really well done.
The worst part, I feel, is if any larges decide to spawn on the roof and drop on top of their heads.
No larges can spawn on the roof. It's only mediums, but it's still really bad, right? Because a husk could just drop down right on them, and that's never a good thing to have happen to.
Of course, you know that the Scrakes landing on their heads cannot be ruled out because crawlers exist.
Yep. Oh yeah, crawlers can do a lot of damage on their own too. But we'll see about the next wave's hold too, because there's one more hold next wave. It's the final one in the match, and it's also in quite a bad spot. Probably not as bad as that one, but in a decently bad spot. So they may decide to skip that too, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we're just back to the original hold that they were doing before, which makes sense. That's what I probably would have done as well if I, had this kind of a strategy under my belt. All of this just hinges on them being quick about taking out the larges at long range, which is like what they're doing right now. If they can keep doing that, this should just be another smooth game again.
But we do have to count in, fatigue can be a thing. You can only headshot things so much before you start getting a little bit, tired.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, too, also as well, to add on to that, just the end of the match, right? Like, they could still mess up the boss. If they were to mess up the boss and wipe on the boss, for example, I'm not saying I want that to happen, but let's just say it did, they would only get 1,000 points from this game, and that's it. That's how big of a difference that can make. So, they're not out of the woods at any point in this game. That being said, though, once players learn how to fight the matriarch, they can actually deal with her quite easily, and I'm sure they've practiced it already, so I don't anticipate them having problems with her, but we'll see.
The big secret is to take out her gun.
Yeah. It's either that or find something to walk in circles around so she can't see you.
Oh my god, that
so
FP.
insane. Yeah, even if he got close to, Ryan would have just stumbled him. And he would have just died anyway. So they just, like, the long-range FP rages just can't do anything right now. They just get taken apart before they can get anywhere close by.
They get bunker busted.
Pretty much.
Ha! You're not watching, reloading. That's gotta sting. Good shot, man.
So winding down wave 4 here. So once again, we're gonna see that next hold that I was talking about, and I want to see if they do it. Just two more FPs left, it looks like, unless I missed one. Both long range again, but they have one more rider they could get an extension off of here, squeeze in another kill.
Ooh, got a good freeze though.
Yeah. Just extending that duration, right? Even if the flesh pound was going to rage, he can't anymore because he's frozen. So you give yourself a little bit of extra time to get that done. But yeah, just a bloat remaining, and he's dead. So that is the end of wave 4. Right now, what is that? 11:30 on the clock, 34:09, and slowly counting down. And yeah, no deaths. Again, like they still haven't died once. So
if they keep this going, they're gonna have a hell of a score.
yeah, they're gonna have over 6K for the final score. Also, it looks like they're not gonna go for it. I imagine they would have ran over there by now if they were going to. So
It's just like what you said from earlier. They're already guaranteed from their first game, so they might as well just like play it safe on the second game.
yeah, I mean, I just have a good feeling that they just weren't gonna go for it to begin with, because that hold is actually kind of nasty, man. It's you're right next to 2 openings, and there's another unblockable spawner, and you're just at a disadvantage in terms of height. Like if you have to kite out of that, it's really hard to get out of there. So they probably just wouldn't have done it anyway, I imagine, just because of how difficult it is. But yeah, they did already secure enough points to actually take the win. So
looks like we got a triple FP about to enter the building.
Oh yeah, I do see that. That time's gonna end at a bad moment. They're gonna arrive after it's over, but I don't really think it's gonna be a big deal. Actually, it might actually go off again before they get there.
We can pretend we're watching Reservoir Dogs now.
Yeah, there's enough time for Zed time to cool down. It probably will go off here in a moment here, and then we'll be able to kill those FPs. Probably like right now, most likely.
Zed time.
As soon as they start headshotting it, it'll probably...
Oh my god, fuck Zed time, freezes.
Yeah, never mind, they got the freeze anyway.
But the quarter children come for the victory save.
Ooh, re-raised FP, but they got the kill. Nice. That could have been kind of bad, but they got the kill.
Extra damage there. I don't think that could have involved any deaths, but...
Yeah, most likely not.
Ooh, 2 core fiends dropping in the back.
Yeah, no one's looking at it too. They're going straight for Code. Code has no armor, by the way, so... Okay, yeah, it looks like somebody either heard it or Jenny might have called it out there, because Ray flipped around and domed them, so... Good communication right there. Good situational awareness, too.
Yeah, it looks like the spawn's a little finicky if Jenny doesn't, like, if she fidgets or something.
Yeah,
causes
that
them to
seems.
spawn there.
It seems to be very fidgety. Like she has to be in the perfect position for that to work. Sort of wish we had the stats right now because I want to look at what TBG's dead time duration is right now because he's been getting perfect sixes like every time. Oh my gosh, that flesh pound just instant died. Like didn't even get a chance to start. He turned red and died instantly.
Ooh, getting a little pushed here, a little out of sync.
Whereas I mean they're playing so well that they have all these extra freezes to toss around, so Topwolf can afford to just use a freeze on that. You know? If they had the kite or something, it probably would be a waste to do that, but they're playing so well they don't really have to worry about that. So. Just under 100 Zeds left on wave 5 here. Another good freeze. Those are both going to be down. It's kind of insane how like little amounts of Giga spawns they've been getting. Like they haven't been getting any actually at all. It's like basically been non-existent.
Good shot, man.
Jenny's solo taking down that QP right there. Shot her entire magazine of Hemogoblin into it and then headshotted him with the carbine. Like the Hemogoblin's actually not bad at killing larges if you just pile on the darts. It takes forever, but with the slow and everything though, it actually is okay.
It kind of reminds me of a Nerf gun. Ooh, Husk in the back. Let's hope they notice.
Yeah, he was about to get a shot off. He's probably gonna hit them, but I don't. Oh, he launched the side.
The high IQ.
Oh my goodness, dude, that was so good.
Oh my god.
I Boris got a good angle of that. That was amazing.
That's basically like a Left 4 Dead 2 strat. It's like, launch me, boys!
You're gonna have to toss me.
That was so good. Yeah, it was like a Left 4 Dead speedrun
Big plays from the Zeds, but unfortunately for the Zeds,
Why is always
they were
the
dead.
does the Husk have the highest IQ out of all the other Zeds? Because I feel like he feels like he does these plays that are just amazing.
Sexy, deadly, kind of flash. Love my importing.
I mean, to be honest,
good, dude.
like if they were on wave 10 and the Husk were to shoot like 2 sirens and they were just siren bombing them like in the air like crazy, and let's just say for scenario base they were to kill all of them, I don't think the team would be really mad. They would be laughing about it.
Pro
For the most
Husk.
part.
Yeah, they're just having a lot of fun. They're just chilling right now. This is like a chill, like just any other day at
Oh,
work.
Jenny was a little late to getting back into her position.
Hopefully nothing spawned back there.
Oh, everything spawned back there. We got 3 Husks.
Yeah, she was a little bit slow, but she probably sees this already. No, she doesn't see them. There's 3 Husks behind them right now. She hasn't looked at them yet. Here come the rockets. Literally, no one's looking at her right now.
Oh, good thing they turned around and called it.
Yeah, Code ended up seeing it. He's gonna be able to take care of these Husks.
That
Nice.
could have been bad. I wonder, just a little off-topic discussion here. I wonder how the new weapons are going to fare when they come out. The G36 and the Scythe. I'm actually really interested in the Scythe.
So,
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
if the Scythe works the same way as the KF1 did in terms of like the powerness, I would think it'd be pretty good. Now for the new.
Ooh, we got a
spot
rage
weapon.
coming in. This could be bad. Sorry to interrupt, but
No, you're fine. Like, it's
Got to freeze
mid
these
lane.
Scrakes right here. Oh, never mind. They got that time. Yeah, they froze the Scrake anyway. That's a good move. I would have done the same thing right there if I were Topwolf, just to ensure that they don't get too far. Because freezes, by the way, are not only just for stopping. They're not only good for just stopping like insane spawns, you know, with like 3 flush pounds, 3 Scrakes, whatever. Like that's obviously the main use case for them. But you can also just use freezes just to keep yourself from losing ground, right? When you start playing high-level spawn cycles like Big V3 and other cycles. Oh, hold on a second. Top's at about 30% health here. Okay, yeah, that was a bit close. But
he's making business.
yeah, he's gonna be okay. But just to finish my thought, you can use freezes to keep your ground. Basically, is my point. And I would have just done that just to make sure we don't get pushed too far back.
Ooh, we see a couple of flesh pounds coming
No,
from
we
the
don't.
little doors right there. And
No,
of
we
course, just like what you're saying,
Yeah, they're not.
they had their chances, but yeah, they fall under the team Yolomancers.
Yeah, Yolomancers aren't really messing around. They're just not gonna let that even be a factor at all. But you know, just to really quickly touch back on what you were saying about the weapons, there are a couple of them that could have interesting applications in this tournament setting. But yeah, we'll have to see though how it goes. Fortunately, a lot of the new weapons in the game, as much as they're as cool as they are, they take away from team play aspects, which
Like
you know,
the
allow,
shrink ray.
or like the HRG stunner is a good example of that. You know, like where you don't really have to work together with teammates; you can just be the one-man show.
Poor Wolf is just getting bullied by everything.
But he's taking the heat this way.
But we also have to keep
Nice
in,
stun.
we also have to keep in mind that if Wolf dies by any means, that's their only sharp. So
Yep.
And Wolf has been holding the lane down with just a freeze and contributing to Z time and so forth. So like it will be a huge detrimental if the sharp were to die. So they had to keep him alive at all costs.
Yeah, for sure. I absolutely agree. Like, cause even if they were to lose, like, you know, like say Ray died somehow, right? Or even Code, like either one of their gunslingers, like, let's say both their gunslingers died, even they can actually do quite a bit of work with just the Firebug and Commando, especially since TBG, I think he's using the FL. Yeah, he is using the FL, so he can actually do some pretty good work. Losing the sharp or the medic would be so detrimental that it actually could cause a wipe. I mean, medic would obviously be like, you know, probably a wipe, but sharp could also lead to a wipe as well. So those are definitely their high value, like VIP players, right?
Thanks. This will come in handy.
I'm feeling generous.
3190 rolling into wave 7. Only 18 minutes on the clock, by the way. This is an insane time. These are actually rivaling the Chainsaw Enthusiast times. Chainsaw Enthusiasts have been probably our fastest team thus far. They've been getting consistently the best time bonuses every match. And these times that Yolomancers are setting are pretty up there.
And they're still doing objectives.
Yeah, and they're doing objectives, and nobody's died at all. On literally any of the 2 games, nobody has died. So they're just gonna get 1,200 points just because nobody died, which is yeah, that's quite significant given that the base score is only 1,000. So yeah, wave 7 time, and I mean so far, like, I don't know, like it just doesn't really seem like anything's really gonna, you know, kind of put a thorn in their side here. There are 4 FPs coming in, or 3 FPs that are gonna come through that door in a little bit here. But I imagine that when they get there, they're just gonna demolish them like they've been doing consistently thus far.
Delicious. Feed me more, Seymour.
Yeah, they want the flesh pounds to come in. They're just they're hungry, man. Thirsty for blood. The blocking of this backspawn here is so powerful. It's basically completely shutting down the entire hold.
Yep.
Actually, kind of insane that they managed to figure that out.
I have to wonder if Jenny's getting a little bit bored up there, though.
Maybe. Like, honestly, like, you kind of have to deal with that a little bit as being a medic player. You know, like, when your team is playing really well like this, like, there really isn't anything to do.
Oh, yeah. Melon definitely takes that to heart, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, me too. Like, I've played a lot of medic in my time, too, and I've been in my shared teams like that where you're just kind of chilling and just sitting there. But
that was like a typewriter, just 1 FP space, 1 FP space.
Typing out their story here of dominating this map. Making me look bad, man. I should have like marked that spawner as out of sight. But yeah, I didn't think about that.
Well, no, we haven't said the map name, right? You could keep on saying, yeah, the guy who made this sucks.
Yeah, I mean, he does kind of suck. Though.
I definitely agree.
FP. Oh, is that time?
FP, yeah. No more damage. Ooh, this could be bad though. Nope.
Nope, that's fine.
All the spiciness is happening towards the mid lane while the medic is just watching, like window shopping, and just protecting them from back.
I hope she's watching YouTube videos in the background.
Or making food.
And the thing is, you've got 5 people looking at the same opening. Like, there's just nothing's gonna make it through that. The only way this is gonna go bad for them is if they just make a mistake. Like, No amount of like giga spawns or anything, unless it was all from the very, very, very back. And then like, let's say, okay, so like, I mean, we're just kind of chilling, right? So you might as well like theorycraft it here. The only thing in my opinion that could possibly push them in this configuration is if they were to get like a massive spawn right in the door next to them, and then also get a super huge flesh pound giga way at the back. Because that would prevent them from killing the flesh pounds in the back before they rage, because they'd be too busy with the front ones, and then they would have like a death ball in their hands. But that's unlikely to happen because it hasn't happened at all this entire match. So I think it's going to be fine. Also, just a little bit for just something for you guys, the staff here. We are gonna have to do a very, very short interview because the Chainsaw Enthusiast is coming up right after this is over. Also, looks like a Quint FP coming through the door right now. Yeah, Quint FP on the right-hand door. They're gonna probably chuck a freeze at it. Probably. I would as soon as I notice it. Let's see. Got kind of stuck for a second.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, this is not good. They got pushed out of position. They're still gonna freeze. They can still freeze these though.
That Gorfing blocked the freeze. That's
think we should go to War Room?
Oh, Topwolf in for the freeze. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go to their War Room and listen to this.
Gotta go.
Yeah, this is doable.
Heat wave!
Okay.
Heat wave! Yes!
Jump down, jump down, jump down.
Ah, I missed it.
Low.
Dude, Heat Wave is so good! Heat Wave is so good!
Nothing.
Okay.
You say something. New mag,
Oh, fucking Scrake in the hole, dude. Let's go. Ray, you're buffed.
Yeah.
Scrake in the hole!
I froze the rider
Dude,
for you.
you didn't throw. I think you froze the Scrake.
Did I? That's what I was going for.
That freeze was hilarious. I'm amazed that straight got frozen.
Yeah, that was pretty close. I'm kind of surprised he didn't. I didn't actually check. I might have just not realized that he ran out, but I'm surprised after they went back to the wall that he didn't just chuck a freeze that there was like 3 flesh pounds that were in the middle. But then I looked at the Z counter and I was like, oh yeah, it's the end of the wave, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that was another wave up and down. I mean, honestly, like that was like probably the most we've seen them like have any kind of struggling at all throughout this game. So fast skips too coming out as well. Like they've been skipping consistently like every like. I don't think they've had a single trader go longer than like 20-30 seconds or so.
It always makes me happy because that was a skill you definitely needed back in Killing Floor 1. Was like good trader speed. You need to get in and out.
Something's here. Might be close. Left house! And bloody stay! I'll go on knocking you all down. New mag, going in. Think we annoyed it. I'm ready.
Jeez, there's a lot of meat coming through the door in a second.
That is a lot of meat. Ooh, only able to freeze a quarter, but still block the FP though.
Yeah, yeah, they got that 10 too. I was gonna say that one thing they got to be careful about here too. That like, cause again, they're not gonna get ran over by the wave. They're gonna get ran over by their own mistakes here, right? With how well they're playing. And one mistake they can do is the classical mistake where they accidentally nullify a freeze. And actually, Diamond Dog actually has the easiest chance of doing that because of Heat Wave. If he accidentally stumbles a Flesh Pound while Top is trying to freeze it, he just wasted Topwolf's freeze and could actually result in, you know, either a push situation or maybe even a death or something. And that actually did happen there twice during that little push right there, so just something to keep in mind.
But they definitely made up for their mistakes because nobody even took damage, I think.
Yeah, they ended up doing fine. It's just something that could happen, you know, that they just have to keep in mind. And these players know that too. All these players are pretty good. It's just something that inevitably happens at times. There's been so many CD games that I've played where, like, that one stumble that messed up the freeze resulted in a wipe, you know? Actually can be that pivotal. Nice, great log range takedown right there. It's doing such a good job at that, man.
There's a couple of meat inside that little door right there. You got a couple of husk and flesh pounds incoming.
Yeah, but they're kind of staggering when they come in because they're having to wind through that hallway and they keep coming in one at a time, so they're just not gonna be a factor as long as they keep up the pace like this.
The amount of tracers I see when's that time, it always brings a smile to my face. Oh, got a traffic jam in the door.
Yeah, he's stuck in there. I don't know what's going on actually, why they're actually stuck, but they made it out. They managed to make it out. They're just gonna get frozen killed though.
They made it out to hell. That's definitely the off the frying pan into the fire.
Pretty much. Scrake also had the same fate as well.
We got more FP spawning, about to enter the door. It looks like we got a, we got a double, and with like 3/4.
With cheese?
Yeah.
Double cheese?
Oh, there's a lot of McDonald's coming through the door.
I was thinking about In-N-Out, but I'm a Californian, so.
Yeah, luckily for you, you get that. All I got over here is the fanciest thing we have here is Arby's.
Arby's not bad.
I thought you guys have White Castle.
Yeah, I guess that's okay, but it's sorry for any squeamish viewers here, but you know your food's got a problem when it's the exact same going in and coming out.
Oh, there's a lot of spawns coming in. They didn't manage to get the freeze off here. There's 3 flesh pounds. Oh, they got the good stun though. They could get that second flesh pound stun at the moment. Yeah, they're gonna be able to get it nice. Once again, every single time it looks like it could go bad, they just
give them no quarter, just not one step further.
Oh, okay, they killed it. Yeah, they're they're falling back a little bit right here, but I mean it's the end of the wave, so it's whatever. They should be able to do this. Unless Ryan gets comboed here. He almost did actually. If that flesh pound didn't die, there was a good chance that he would have done the combo attack on Diamond Dog right there. Which would have killed him even though the flesh pound was debuffed.
Wait a second, reloading. I'll watch out for
And that is the end of wave 8. So yeah, two more waves remaining, and this will be the end of the match. It'll be basically minus the 2 objectives, pretty much a perfect game. No deaths. Nearly 3,000 points again.
Feeling like it's time to get a
Topwolf apparently getting a spare or setting up one, I think.
Funny. Do you think Zeds get?
Yeah, it's also possible too that they might also be preparing for the boss already, right? They're definitely taking a little bit longer than they normally do here. They might be getting ready for the boss or just buying more. I don't really know what they plan to do. I'm gonna imagine though that it's just gonna be a typical matriarch kill strat, but I could be wrong. These the Yolomancers haven't really ever done anything in a conventional manner, so it's pretty much expected at this point that they're gonna have something crazy prepared for it.
Ooh, that back spawn's working again. 2 sirens and a Gorfing.
But Jenny should be seeing them in a second here. Yeah, she already looked at them and told Ray, so they're dead.
That's one worry, if they don't see it, it could be the end.
Yeah, for sure. In that manner, like this is working extremely well for them, right? But it's still kind of held. I don't mean this in a disrespectful tone, but it's still held together by duct tape and glue, right? If they accidentally make a small little mistake, that can throw the entire thing into chaos. And that's specifically going to be on Jenny to keep that back spawn blocked. It will spawn larges. Speaking of larges, there are 2 flesh pounds coming over on her side, and like clockwork, Ray is already there, so she's basically just looking at it the entire time. The moment she sees FP, she calls Ray. Ray comes over and just destroys them. It's so clockwork, dude. Crazy.
Ooh, nice takedown from Jenny.
So
with the Sentinel.
Jeff is doing a good job over there.
I didn't see how that FP died, so I thought Headless FP just got pushed out of the room.
They're actually getting some pretty spicy spawns here, but because they have all 5 people just chilling in the front lane, none of those, Giga spawns are really a problem. Also, just a lot, like, they have a choke, basically. Like, they all choke together in this small little opening. And just, it's like entering a kill box, basically, you know? Like a meat grinder.
Now that's bullet time.
Or a killing floor.
Or a killing floor, yeah. Meat grinder sounds more ironic, though, given that flesh pounds have meat grinders on their arms. They're the ones getting their flesh pounded.
They were not expecting this when they went on the date.
Nope.
We got a triple lodged in the door, but we got a little bit of a clog thanks to some rioters.
These rioters like, no, I want to be first. No, I want to be first. I want to be first. They're just so excited to see them. They just want to greet them.
No, now the FP is bouncing
yeah.
on the door.
One more flesh pound up in the back here. If the gunslingers see him, they should be going for him already. Yeah, it looks like they are. And any second,
Pop.
there he goes, gone. Great Z time efficiency, right? They're making the maximum usage out of each slow-mo period. 100 Zeds left in the wave now.
How many bullets do you think Jenny has fired so far to these waves?
I don't know, like, not many. It's really nice that she's using the carbine too, because the Corruptor carbine can actually one-shot bloats in the head.
Yeah.
And it can also one-shot Hust in the head as well. So she could just deal with like a lot of, all of the mediums by herself. And then the trash was never a problem anyway. So she can basically kill everything up to a large by herself, which is going to be very helpful for her team to have more time to just chill in the front. Also in the back, they're finally getting one of those spawns I was talking about. There's 6 flesh pounds in the back right now.
Oh my
7
god.
flesh pounds.
Oh man, that's an instant kite. I don't care how good you are.
No, there's 6 flesh pounds. I think I miscounted.
Unless you get that time.
Unless you get that time. But I don't think
but we're just gonna keep
yeah, they probably need the kite right here, unless they can hold it from nearby the staircase right there.
Oh, they try to go. Oh, Diamond Dog got blindsided. The aggro.
Oh, see,
wow,
luckily.
Fortunate that he almost stuck there.
Yeah, luckily he didn't get the horrible wombo combo.
So we're gonna go for the Goomba? No.
Not big enough caliber for
Oh, they better be careful. They almost got Goomba'd. Oh, they almost got Goomba'd themselves.
That was close. That's what I was talking about. That kind of spawn is exactly what I've been talking about this whole game. It finally happened. Wave 9.
Oh, Wave 10 better pull something out of its ass. Or I'm gonna fire it.
It only took 19 waves for this to happen.
Wave 10 is... Hopefully Wave 10 is going to be more entertaining than Wave 9, this one. Hopefully.
Will Wave 10 break them? I am saying it's going to be a 50-50.
It's, I would say 60-40. 40% might break them, but 60% they'll handle with no problem.
I think the only thing different they could have done there, at least from my perspective, and this is just purely my opinion, like if it were me, what I would have done in that scenario, knowing that there's only 20 Zeds in the wave and seeing that many flesh pounds, that basically tells me that that's the rest of the flesh pounds in the wave. I know they're all there. When Zed time pops, I'm gonna run up there and just go aggro and go ham on them. There's no need to sit back, right? But you know, they probably didn't notice them until too late anyway, though. So like, it's not like something that they would have had to see them instantly to have enough time to do that. But in hindsight, that would have probably been the best way to handle it. Not everybody has to look at the door since it's that late in the wave. But yeah, wave 10 starting up. This is the final wave of the match. This is, you know, scenario B, wave 10. After this, they'll be fighting Matriarch, like I mentioned earlier, and this is gonna be cutting it real close here. I don't think we're actually gonna have time for an interview. It's gonna have to be so short, like a couple questions.
And frankly, I don't think it's worth it if that's the case. We gotta have like some fun in the interview.
Yeah, I actually have a lot of questions I want to ask them, but we do have another match after this that I'm actually streaming, so I unfortunately have to go immediately after this is over. Ooh, this is a little bit of a spicy spawn, but it's just QPs though. They should be able to get these. Yep, they're all dead.
Yeah, QPs always get a good push. That's what they're meant for, but they don't have much staying power.
Yeah, but they managed to get them down. QPs are just really fast, and they kind of they close the gap very quickly. By the way, there's 2 flush pounds in the back that have seen them, and they're about to rage. One already is rage coming in with a bunch of streaks.
Ooh, but there's the Z time.
Yeah, Z time pop. So everybody should focus fire. Yep, dead. Still
Yep.
one more though. Gonna rage any second now. Like right now. There he goes. He's like on time.
Oh, we got more FPs.
He's gonna get in and get hit off. Yeah.
It looks like they're calling it.
Oh, this.
Okay, let's see if they actually initiate a kite fully here. If they do, we'll go war room. You can actually hold this. Like, this is actually a viable hold right here. Remember what I said earlier, though, about keeping in mind, if they get to this position this early, they need to be careful while behind them.
Speaking of Husk.
Yes, the Husk.
Nice
can also
little jump
shoot them. Also, there's a spawner behind them.
A commando?
Yep. Oh! TBG! Okay, let's go war room. Let's go war room. Yolomancers war room. Go.
Yeah, heal TBG, heal TBG.
I made it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
That did the trick.
Alright,
Alright,
restab.
secondary hold. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my spare.
Hold honestly.
TBG, watch out.
Heat wave!
Reloading.
Heat wave!
Grenade on front.
He can't stand the heat.
Stay out of the goddamn kitchen.
Stay off my map.
Fucking hell, Husks.
Dude, holy shit, you pushed it. Let's go.
Shit.
Speed on front.
Someone else got that.
Every single one of them.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
There were a million of them.
I got a Scrake.
And I just got
Wait,
hit.
never mind. Reloading.
FP front has seed.
It's almost dead.
Quarters. I got quarters.
Let's do this one. Top.
Behind us. We gotta go.
Yeah, guys. Quarters back.
I'm out.
Heal. We gotta go. We can.
What?
Fuck. Code got like triple hit.
There's a lot of shit downstairs.
Just keep going. Just kite.
We
Get around the space.
Screek's downstairs.
They're all on me.
Ryan, you lucky fucker.
I got nothing.
Got the Samsung freezes.
Keep moving.
Push forward.
That's my
Get around the flesh rounds. They're debuffed. Don't rage them.
It really dropped my 101. You're fucking kidding me.
There's a seat ahead. All right, we can fight back here. Everything's behind us. Fight back.
You got like 7 raged pounds.
Okay, yeah, we
FP avalanche.
Reloading.
sick. Keep going.
And they're stumbling all the fucking Scrakes.
Don't expect extensions. There's nothing small.
Hurt me.
Keep going.
Come on, hit me, buddy. Thank you. Okay, not like that. Don't hit me that hard.
Train.
Who's? Oh, that was a train.
I live next to a railway. I'm sorry. Oh shit, that's a lot of scrapes.
Up top, one just raged. Keep moving.
Keep moving.
Riders front.
Yep.
Yeah, another fucking Helios.
There's one scrape coming from doorway.
He's dead. Ooh, I raged this one accidentally. Sorry. Thought I
You got any greases left?
No.
I didn't think you would.
Sick. Okay. This one. FP.
You got a streak on the drop. Hold as long as you can.
Drop. Go now.
Go.
Oh, the
fucking
Gorfine killed me.
bro.
That was tragic.
That was so sad.
Okay.
Tragic.
I mean,
Almost as sad as that right.
look at the bright side. That is the only 2 deaths we've had so far. This has been a really
Yeah.
good couple of runs.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Like we even did the first run deathless.
Yeah.
you-
Let's go. Matrix.
I gotta
Alright,
buy a
time for
separate
matriarch, guys.
loadout
Don't
for
buy
this one
rhinos.
anyway.
Unfortunate deaths there, but they handled it very well.
Yeah, there was a couple close calls there, but overall, you can't really complain. 2 deaths only out of that. That's pretty good.
I would like, I'd like to say though, I think Ryan is covered in grease, even though he lights things on fire.
Yeah,
Because there were quite a few times where he should have been dead.
Yeah. That's the name, the greaser.
Yeah, Ryan is that greasy boy. It's a long-running meme in our community. That guy's gotten away from some interesting stuff that doesn't even make sense at times, but yeah, he manages.
You read my mind.
Ah, there we go. You baited out the line successfully. So here we go. So it looks like they're doing the same exact setup as last time, but I'm not exactly sure why.
Family affair.
Given that
Just stick
there's only
your
one boss, so
noses in.
maybe Jenny's just over there just to lead Edars away from her for TBG. I'm not really
You
sure.
should be
We'll find out
just
though.
about to have some dignity.
Seems like they want to like bring the aggro towards him really quickly.
Here comes a Tesla beam. That just nuked everybody's army right there. That was painful.
This is what's called the
Ryan's eating that fire. And the gun is gone.
Yeah, that's really smart. So, Firebug actually does receive a damage reduction against that damage type for the purple laser. So they successfully used Ryan as a meat shield.
Oh, she has fallen.
And now that the gun is down, they should be able to just nuke the boss.
No, that was one of the 29.
Already at half HP. They still gotta watch his Edars though. Can still knock them out of position here. Ooh, a hit going off there on the code.
And is that time?
Yeah, that should be the end right there.
Oh, poor
And
matriarch.
There we go.
Well done.
22-24 plus the 30. I don't remember what the last match was already. So far back. But yeah, that is going to be the second game over and done. 2 objectives done, 2 deaths. 37-56.
20 seconds.
Really good stuff here. So that is going to conclude the Yolomancers' run in this first matchup here against Team THICCSNACCGANG69, and they will be taking the win with those 2 matches. The score to beat, I think, was 25-35, which I believe that was what I said. Yeah, 25-35. They ended up getting somewhere around, that's close to 6K. I think it's like 5,000 something. So that will be the win for Yolomancers here, and they will move on to the finals. I'm not gonna have time for interviews though, like I said, because I do have to head over to the next match, and Jenny herself is actually going to be joining us for commentary for that match. So my proposition here that I have for everybody is that I'm thinking about making up the interview during the retrospective video that I will release next week. I will ask questions. I'll actually get some of her teammates on there with us as well, and we can talk about it then. But I'm really sorry about that though, guys. So we would like to actually do that, but we do only have like literally 10 minutes left until that starts. So let me double check my times. Yes, we do only have 10 minutes left. So the next match is going to be occurring over at my stream, twitch.tv/TamariTM. Perhaps someone could link that in Boris's channel, or maybe Boris himself can do it. We'll be there in about 5 to 10 minutes from now. It will be the Chainstop Enthusiasts, which is the final half of the match between UU and TSE. So once again, I'll sorry about the interview. We will do it again. We will cover that during the retrospective video, which actually I don't know, Boris, if I'm allowed to post links in your chat or not. But
Yes, sir. You've got mine.
okay, I'm actually going to link that channel where I will be posting that video, and we will do that in that video. So I got you guys covered here. So there's a link to the tournament YouTube channel. All of the videos, including the matches you just watched, will be on that channel, including that retrospective I was talking about. So be sure to check that out next week. But anyway, this is going to be the end of that match. Once again, Yolomancers takes the win, and we're going to move on in a moment here to Chainstop Enthusiasts. So I'll see you guys over at my Twitch channel in 10 minutes.
See you all later.
Yeah, have a good day.
See you there.
Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate you guys' support, and thank you to the commentary staff as well, and Boris for being our cameraman tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Unknown Brain. Marvin Devine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games, yeah. I know that I found somebody else to love me one day, yeah. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side, no. You did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye.
Yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were about to die, I guess the car is on E. But see, I ain't even tripping, cause I just chose to believe that somebody gon' come around and give me just what I need. I don't wanna see you frowning, see you looking down and out, coming to me crying, saying you miss having